All right, students, so like I said, I'm coming back. Without the use of the calculator, we want to think about this graph. We've got an A value, that's 1, a B value, that's -4, a C value, that's -12. Oh, y-intercept, I didn't talk about that above. Y-intercept, of course, is my point at C. So here's my y-intercept here, it's my C value, it's -1. I could put in another point to label that 0, C, and we see our y-intercept. And of course, as C changes, so does the y-intercept. So that's the easiest one, always for sure. So my y-intercept is 0, C. Here C is -12. So we've got 0, -12. The coordinates of the vertex, well, I know the x-coordinate is going to be -b over 2a. So the x value for the vertex is 2. The y value is going to happen when I plug that in. 2 squared minus 4 times 2 minus 12. 4 minus 20, -16. So coordinates of the vertex are at 2, -16. I'm going to move down here. C, the equation of the axis of symmetry. Well, that's just the same as my x value. X equals 2. Does it have a maximum or minimum value? My A value is positive. That tells me concave up. That tells me that the vertex is minimum. Sketch the graph showing all the important features. All right, so for sure I want to go through, I need my y-axis to go down to 16. My x-axis is 2. So down here is going to be my vertex. I'm going to label it as 2, -16. My y-intercept is 0, -12. So let's put it about there. 0, -12. Because it's symmetric, because I have this axis of symmetry through x equals 2, I know that this point is going to mirror over. So I can now add in another point. I went 2, so another 2 over here is going to be 4, so that point's going to be 4, -12. And the one important feature we haven't discussed here is our x-intercepts. And so the nice thing about this graph and this equation is that I look at this equation and I see that it can factor. So x squared minus 4x minus 12. X squared minus 4x minus 12. If I want this to equal 0 to find the x-intercepts are when y is 0. So I'm going to factor that. X minus 6, x plus 2 equals 0. That gives me two values, 6 and -2. That makes sense because 6 is 4 over, and -2 is also 4 over from my line of symmetry. So this one, -2, 0. This one is 6, 0. If I connect this, I've got a nice, back to my pen. If I connect this, I've got a nice symmetric parabola. And try and make your curve smooth if you can. Let's see if I can move mine just a little bit. All right, so that shifted my axis of symmetry. Pretend like that's straight. And there's our graph without ever actually looking at technology. Of course, you could go back and verify with technology just to make sure though.